Let's talk Joe the plumber again. He's doing his own accounts on MYOB. He's got a whole bunch of clients, and he notices that there's a bit of malware on his computer because his internet security flies up and says, hey, there's malware here. It's a pretty basic example, I know, but what does Joe the plumber then need to do from a legal perspective now that he's known to have seen this breach and knows that it's occurred? Where does he go from here from a legal perspective?
Yeah, so the first thing he should do is get a IT security professional to help him understand what kind of breach he's got. Is it just a bit of malware, or is it that actually someone has used that malware to take data, we call it exfiltrating, take data out of his systems, and that data has been stolen. And even if there's just somebody who's in his system, in his computer, who's looking at data, that's accessing that data without authorization, that's also something that's a breach of the Privacy Act, and also is considered a breach. So first thing he needs to do is to get some professional security help to work out what kind of breach he's been hit by. And there are wonderful security experts that do that, that I call like the SWAT team of security, and that come in when you've had a breach and help you out. The next thing you need to do is to tell the regulators, and also if you've got insurance, you need to tell your insurance provider you've been hit by a breach, but you need to tell the regulators, and that could include ASIC if you're a company. It'll include, if you're a financial services company, there'll be regulators to tell there. And then, as I mentioned, SOCI each has their own requirements as well.
Do you help in this space, Annie? I mean, you're obviously plugged into the pathway to follow here. Do you actually say, look, we'll take this bit, and this bit from here, but you're going to focus on this bit, and this is how you manage it?
Yeah, we sure do. And that's actually part of what you can do in advance, is to do your incident response plan. Every business should have one, doesn't matter how small. And that's your plan of action when you realize that you think you've been breached. It's your phone number for your managed security guy who's going to help you work out what's happening, with your IT expert who's going to come in and do the forensics. It's got the phone number for your cybersecurity lawyer. And that's when, because your incident response plan has been put together before you've had a breach, you just then have to follow the bouncing ball with each of those steps. Call your lawyer, call your insurer, etc. It's all mapped out for you in that plan. What's really hard is if you don't have one of those plans and you're trying to work it all out in a rush when you've got hackers inside your system and you don't know what they've got access to. So you don't want to be in that situation, and you can avoid it by doing your incident response plan early.